WSBA News Time is 9:43, and we turn now to a guy named Sal Pain. Sal Pain's hazardous waste removal company has transported trash contaminated with the scariest of the scary, and we're talking about from anthrax to asbestos, Legionella to MRSA. And now for the first time in 30 years, he's facing a business challenge like none before. His insurance won't cover him for Ebola. What's it all about? Sal Pain joins us this morning to tell us. Sal, great to have you on the show. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, too. Thanks for having me on.
Sal, you know, this Ebola thing is scaring people all around the country right now. But I'm reading this morning, like, for example, Louisiana doesn't want any of their waste from Ebola victims' personal items brought there. We're seeing, nobody wants to really touch us with a 10-foot pole. And you're talking about the fact your insurers won't cover you for Ebola. What's going on there?
Well, right now, we're facing a difficulty we've never had. Usually, it's big government.
Yeah.
And that's, regulation and protocol. For the first time, our insurance company in 20-something years has said to us, we have no appetite for this coverage. And I asked them for an explanation, and they explained to us, because we're not an insurance carrier, we don't know why they think what they think. They're saying that since there is no vaccine, that there is no real treatment, they're worried about mortality. They came up with a number, the insurance companies, for mortality, you have a coverage of between $2 and $5 million. And I never heard of that before. And they said, yeah, when you get car insurance, it always covers for $2 million in case of a fatality. So, okay. They said, now let's just say if it's $2 to $5 million and you infect 100 people on a cleanup that goes wrong, we could be liable for $500 million. I said, okay, I understand their logistics to it.
Sure.
But I said, we've also got 30 years experience, and it's not experience in a classroom. We've cleaned up anthrax.
Right.
We've cleaned up MRSA, Legionella, the most dangerous pathogens known to man, and bioterrorist chemicals. This is what we do. I said, you guys have always insured us. They said, well, this time we just can't do it. And
Wow.
I begged them. I pleaded it. And I put our case together. I had an attorney involved. They said no. And they will not cover it. So we went to the secondary market. We contacted 700 insurance carriers. Not one of them had an appetite for it.
Wow.
We finally have two companies looking at it. One in London, you can guess who.
Okay,
the other
yeah.
one in Hong Kong. And they're possibly going to do it, but they're talking $250,000 premiums for a 24-hour policy.
Wow. That's incredible. What's interesting about this, it's hitting people like you. It's hitting other businesses and other travelers. Businesses, companies abroad. You got workers abroad, like mining and oil companies. You got humanitarian organizations, obviously, are involved in this, transportation providers. And I guess they're going to have to evaluate now how they should operate, because of the fact that insurers are going to refuse to help shoulder any of the risk.
Yes, this is uncharted territory for everyone. I mean, for everyone. This is the first time that we even can say we're dealing with something that does have no known vaccination, no known cure. It's a little new for us, but it doesn't change the fact that the type of suits that we wear are impervious to anything. I mean, we're going in and what you see in the movies is what we wear every day.
Right.
This is what we do. There's nothing that can touch us because we're fully encapsulated. We're not wearing a mask or a respirator. We're going in there with our own oxygen. We're going in there in fully encapsulated suits, bubble suits. There's nothing that can happen to us in our type of protective equipment. It's sealed. It's containing positive pressure. Nothing ever touches us. And I explained this to the insurance carrier, and they still don't care.
Is your company right now the only one that's doing this in Dallas, or are there other companies involved?
Well, right now you had another company that wasn't certified the way we are.
Uh-huh.
They did do a cleanup. I have grave concerns about what had transpired, and I've spoken to many, many people about this from state government and media. We are certified to a level A suit, which is the bubble suits that you see in the movies.
Right.
That's what we do. The other companies, most companies, almost 99% of them, are certified to a level C suit, which is a respirator you buy at Home Depot, a Tyvek suit you buy at Home Depot, or Lowe's. I personally would never walk in and deal with the most dangerous virus that's ever hit U.S. soil with something that can be bought from a janitorial supply store.
Well,
I'm going in with full gear.
And here's the problem I can see. I mean, this is not, you don't have to be a genius to figure this out. But if we don't have you guys out there cleaning this stuff up, doing it the right way, because let's say you can't get insurance for it, and you say, I don't know if I want to take the risk on it now either. I mean, what do we do? Almost surely we're going to see some other cases. We're already seeing another one down there in Dallas right now, and elsewhere. So what do we do if insurance is not going to step in there and understand that, once they get all the information from companies like yours and say, okay, these guys are doing it right. I mean, what do we do?
Well, right now, I thank God for working at this company. I mean, we have one of the greatest companies to work for in the world, in my opinion. This company has done something unprecedented, which is they're taking the liability themselves. They're putting up, the owners here are putting up all liability against the company. This is a company that employs almost 100 Americans. I mean, we have offices throughout the country. Our owners and chief financial officers have said, we'll go to the call of duty, whatever it takes. If we have to put up our company as collateral, there's millions of dollars at stake here. Of a company, they're willing to do it. Because we've done this before. We can do it again.
Yeah, hats off to you for doing that, because I know a lot of people, as we said, are very worried right now. Something's got to be done with this stuff, and we appreciate you taking the time to be with us this morning, Sal. Thank you so much. We'll talk again.
Thanks again.
Take care. Sal Pain with us this morning. His company is one of the biorecovery companies doing the cleanup. The problem is right now, companies have to consider their liability should an employee sent to an Ebola-affected area, for example, get sick and exposes others. Businesses need to consider what will happen if an employee of theirs boards a plane, has Ebola. What potential liability do they now have to other members of the public? I mean, this has opened up some brand new areas that we haven't seen before in terms of how we cover people and how we deal with this dreaded disease.